So I'm going to do a video for you guys here today of how to disassemble your Benelli Super Black Eagle 3. That's what this is a Super Black Eagle 3, but this also works for the Super Black Eagle 2. I was just recently hunting up at Feet Down Waterfowl up in Fergus Falls, and all those boys don't know how to take apart a Benelli, and I was just shell-shocked by that. So I figured, why not make a video about it, make it super easy and simple, unlike the Benelli video itself. So I'm gonna go with you on how to disassemble your Benelli just so that you can like field clean it. So first thing you do is you got your end cap right here. You're gonna unscrew that. Give it a couple twists. Sit down on the table. Then you're gonna take your charging handle and you're just gonna pull it off. The first time coming off, it's a little hard, so you might need to use a pliers, but I got gorilla fingers, so. Pull that off, and then you're going to lift up with the barrel, just like this. And then you can take this off if you want to. I normally just leave it on. But you can see how dirty my gun is, and this is the first season I've actually done a very good job of cleaning my gun. So say you get some mud jammed in your gun, right, and it's only cycling one shell at a time. The next thing you do is you take out the inertia system. Set that down on the table. And then where mud normally gets jam-packed is down in here, because when you shoot your gun, the inertia pushes it back and it pushes it down into the stock and back up. So this happened to me in the field. And so what I did is I took my gun apart and I scooped out the mud with my finger. And then it was able to cycle more than one shell for the rest of the day. But then I took it home and cleaned it better. If you want to go even further, like if you really want to go further, you can take a small thing. They tell you to take like a trim nail punch or something like that. I'm just using a little Allen wrench. You got a little black button here. You just shove that through. Take this out. And then your trigger assembly comes right out. You might need to push this button to make it come easier. Woo! And there you have it. And this is what I do every time I clean my gun, is I take this out and I fire it. And I don't know if you can see on the camera, but it is gunky and super gunky. But this is the whole reason why I bought a Benelli, is it is so easy and so fast to take apart my gun and put it back together, so I can clean it all the time and make this gun last 20 to 30 years. Because my last gun only lasted about 10 years. So I'm going to put it back together for you real quick. When you're putting it back together, you're going to stick this in here, and it's going to get caught up. And you're going to be like, what is going on? All you have to do is push this button, and it slides right in. You line up that hole right there, take this piece again, shove it on through, and then I normally just use this and just tap it in, just like that. And then you stick this back in there. Here's what tripped me up for a little while too. You got these two little ribs right here that these sit in. These right here slide into it. So you're going to match that up with the deal down there. Then you're going to slide that in just like that. So now it's in place, right? So if I push that down, it's going to go like it's supposed to. Now it got stuck, so I'm just going to push the trigger. Or I'm going to slide this down just like that. So now I'm going to put it back together. I'm going to set that down real quick. I'm going to put this back on, the foregrip. I'm going to slide this back on, the whole thing at once, and just kind of just jimmy it a little bit down so it's nice and snug. Then you screw your cap back on. You don't want to do it super tight just so you can get it back off again. And you take your charging handle, and there you go. And that's how you take apart a Benelli SBE 3. Pretty simple, and it works.